Hey, Mom and Dad. Here we are, back again for another blog. This one is called In the Peaceful Presence of God. And here is picture. This first picture. And then here is the second picture. Can you see all of that? Yep. Bunches of deer, right? Okay. In the peaceful presence of God. Before church, I bundled up, since it was very chilly, and headed out for a morning walk. There were few people outside. It is probably the coldest morning thus far this season. However, the deer didn't seem to mind the cold. They were out in droves in an empty field. I feel blessed to see one deer. I saw an entire herd, and one buck with small antlers was standing guard at a neighboring home site. I took some videos and stood quietly watching them. As you can see, they were very close to me. They did not seem terribly worried about me as long as I stood still. I wondered if they knew how much I love all creatures. Could they perhaps sense that? The one to the right, in the second photo, even approached closer. She seemed curious and friendly. It was a simple and gentle moment, a blessing. Deer are such kind and unassuming animals. Psalm 42:1, as a deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God. The gentle deer quietly grazed and lifted their big dark eyes to watch me as I passed by. They are dependent upon God's provision of tender grass and shrubs and the flowing streams. I doubt they spend one moment worrying that God will provide those things. They move slowly and gracefully on their slender legs, watching me as I watched them, each of us abiding in the peaceful place God had prepared for us. Our pastor talked about how sometimes life becomes one of daily drudgery, daily struggle. Each day brings more of the same trial. We are working our way through the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah's daily struggle was speaking to a people who would not listen. His obedience to God required enormous personal sacrifice, and he was lonely, discouraged, and beginning to lose hope that God can be relied upon. In fact, in Jeremiah 15:18, in contrast to the deer who pant after the flowing stream, but know God will provide what they need, Jeremiah cries, "Will you let me down when I need you like a brook one goes to for water, but that cannot be relied upon?" We all have been there, haven't we? God rebukes Jeremiah, and in the following chapter promises him that God will restore his people. They must undergo the punishment and consequences of their sin first, however, but ultimately they will return to God. Jeremiah now proclaims, "Then I said, Lord, you give me strength and protect me. You are the one I can run to for safety when I am in trouble." Nations from all over the earth will come to you and say, "Our ancestors had nothing but false gods, worthless idols that could not help them at all." Jeremiah 16:19. He sees beyond the daily struggle to the culmination of God's plan and is comforted. He is given a glimpse of future joy. The deer in the field, completely trusting in God's provision, are one of those glimpses and symbols for me. So was this. Check this out. It says, top sellers in horse care category, and that is my new book, number 2, on the first day. I was pretty surprised, actually shocked by that. My new book went to number 2 in one of its genre categories. That made my day. I am being a little tongue-in-cheek about it being a glimpse of God. It is a glimpse of hard work beginning to show small signs of bearing fruit. If you want to read the full series, you can buy the first 3 books bundled for a reduced rate, and then I also give the link to buy the new book. Anyway, I still have several free copies of the new ebook to send out to those who love to read ebooks and write reviews as soon as they can finish. If that describes you, send me your email, where I can have Amazon gift you the ebook. You can private message me as well. I gave my address. This new book is filled with the gospel, as well as the struggle that all people face, which is this: is God real, and will he be there in the midst of my pain? The short answer is yes. Habakkuk 3:19. God the Lord is my strength. He makes my feet like the deer's. He makes me tread on the high places. Hope you liked that one, Mom and Dad. I really liked this one because deer are really special creatures, and I saw a whole herd of them. What a gift of God. Love you, and I'll see you at the next blog.